Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Upper Tier Podcast. It's Pro Wrestling Weekly. We have a little video here for you. We're going to do some of our AEW WrestleDream. Take a look at the card, give a few predictions. If you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button and drop a like on the video, we would really appreciate it. Big event coming up this Saturday from St. Louis, Missouri. AEW WrestleDream, always a big event on the AEW calendar. Stacked card to say the least, and we're going to run down through the card. But let us know your thoughts. What are you thinking in the build up to WrestleDream? Are we looking at a WrestleDream or are we looking at a Wrestle Nightmare? What do you think? Top of the billing, of course, AEW World Championship. Hangman Page, the champion, taking on Samoa Joe. Is it Joe's time to finally bounce back, get in there and get some world gold around his waist? Or will Hangman Page come out on top? I'm thinking Hangman probably retains in this one. But again, drop your predictions in the comments. Love to hear from you and stuff like that. Massive match there. Hangman versus Joe. Expecting big things from that. Chris Statlander, the champion, going in. The AEW Women's World Champion, going in against Timeless Tony Storm. How are we feeling about this one? Does Tony regather the gold, or does Chris Statlander continue on as champion? Sure to be a fantastic match as well. These two ladies have plenty of chemistry and stuff like that, and sure to put on an absolute stellar match. Next one, the big one that's all being spoken about. You've seen Darby Allin's appearance on the Earl Hawani show, and he was talking about how taking on Jon Moxley in this I Quit match. Such history with both these boys as well. Darby Allin making the point on the Earl Hawani show that, like, how do you go into an I Quit match with both these? Neither of them with I Quit in their vocabulary. So how do you get them to quit? This one I'd be a little bit concerned about in terms of, I think it will start out and be a really, really good match, as it always is. But I think they might have to go down deep into the depths of hell to get one of these guys to say I quit. And the question is, how far are they going to push it? How much are they going to risk both these men? Is this going to become another bloodbath? What is it going to become? And does it tend to then, if you push it too far, spoil potentially the pay-per-view? Who comes out on top as well? Feelings are that Darby Allin surely due a big win at this stage over Jon Moxley. Is this the match to do it? Something tells me I don't see Jon Moxley losing an I Quit match for some reason or another, but there we go. But again, let us know your thoughts. AEW TNT Championship, Kyle Fletcher, the champion at the moment, defending against Mark Briscoe. Certainly a clash of two very different styles, this one. So this one's going to be very interesting. Kyle Fletcher with a huge ceiling at the moment, an absolute star in wrestling at the moment, and I think a guy who has a massive future in the business as well. I think he's absolutely electric on every level. But an interesting clash with Mark Briscoe, who can mix it up, tend to be able to mix it up with these guys, but also drag it down into those dirty depths when he needs to and stuff like that. So how will Kyle handle the man, Mark Briscoe? One that you can never kind of predict, very unpredictable and stuff like that. My guess is Kyle continues as champion. AEW World Tag Team Championships, we got Brodido of Brody King and Bandido taking on the Don Callis family, Okada and Takeshita. And of course we spoke about Takeshita many times on the podcast. Probably one of the, I would say, one of the top talents in AEW at the moment, and the guy that's very much goes under the radar, and I don't think AEW do enough to promote this guy. I think this guy is a star in the making. I think when I think of Takeshita, I see signs there like Shinsei Nakamura and stuff like that, and I think with the right booking, with the right promotion and all that kind of stuff, he could be an absolute megastar. I can't see anything under a win for the Don Callis family here. I don't see a situation where Okada and Takeshita get beaten, and I think they'll become AEW World Tag Team Champions. There we go. Winner gets $500,000. These are always like, this when you put in these kind of stipulations are just a little bit stupid, because these are like a throwback to the 80s where they still feel that the wrestling community and the wrestling fans are a bit naive and stupid. But we have the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express, Jack Perry and Luchasaurus versus Matt and Nick Jackson. Sure to be a very good match, sure to be very, very entertaining. I just hope, with the level of talent that's in there, that it doesn't descend into your usual super kick party and all that kind of spot fest kind of thing and stuff like that, and that we get a solid match that actually tells a story. My fear is that the billing on the match, winner gets 500 grand, has already laid out what we may expect. But sure, there will people be happy to see Jungle Express back. I know they didn't necessarily get the reaction they wanted when they returned, but let's see what happens on that level. And in there against the Young Bucks should be very, very interesting. I think the Bucks probably pick up the win. Trios match, we got the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin and MVP versus The Demand, Ricochet, Bishop and Toa Liona. We know from the Hurt business that they're not going to lie down for people too easy. We've listened to MVP and various other interviews on this and stuff, so I don't see anything other than the Hurt Syndicate winning this. I'd be surprised if they didn't. I'm not saying that the talent on the other side isn't talented enough to do it, but when I see Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin with MVP, I think it's heavily weighted on that side. I could see only a Hurt Syndicate win. But again, in the comments, let us know. And then Jamie Hayter versus Tekla in that match. These aren't in any necessarily order, by the way, and stuff like that. We're just pulling it off here. So I think probably Jamie Hayter picks up the win here in that match. If you want to have a look at the tailgate brawl as well. And it was interesting. I looked at the tailgate yesterday and I was thinking, the tailgate, the tailgate, the Saturday tailgate brawl is just so stuffed with talent that you would normally expect on the main card, and it's really strange when you read down through it. Like, it's, you know, some of the guys who, you know, be the equivalent kind of Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at a pay-per-view, and then the following pay-per-view CM Punk is on the kickoff show. It's that kind of, I got that kind of feels for it, you know. Let me know what you think. But we have FTR versus Jet Speed, so you've Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, with Stokely taking on Speedball Mike Bailey, who we had on the show. Check out the interview. And Kevin Knight. I think nothing but a win here for FTR would be the case. Also, we have Megan Bain taking on Penelope Ford. With Penelope Ford taking on Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. And what else have we got on this tailgate party? This one was an interesting one for me. Again, tailgate brawl. The Death Riders versus the Conglomeration. Regardless of how you feel about the Death Riders, these are guys who have been like extremely important and high up on the card and stuff like that. And no doubt these guys will probably get involved in the I Quit match. Orange Cassidy, who's had head billing a few times and stuff like that in recent times and all. But you have Castagnoli, Pac, Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia taking on Orange Cassidy, Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. There's a stacked 8-man there now. Fitting for a kickoff show? I'm not too sure. And then down the bottom there, you've got Eddie Kingston and Hook taking on mystery opponent in a tag team match as well. It's going to be an interesting dynamic, Eddie Kingston and Hook as a team. Let's see what happens there. Interesting to see Eddie Kingston as well. Has come back on his return and stuff like that. And probably needs a bit of an uplift, as they say. But it's coming to you this Saturday, St. Louis, Missouri. Hotbed for wrestling fans and stuff like that. It is WrestleDream, presented by All Elite Wrestling. Saturday night. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What's your predictions? How do you feel about the card? WrestleDream or Wrestle Nightmare? Let me know. As always, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button and drop a like on the video. And we'll talk to you again real soon. Cheers.